NPBF fans, coaches, Frontier fam, and everyone who has found their way to this channel. My name is Jeff. I'm the head commissioner of the NPBF, and we are here to present you the finals of NPBF Season 15, our journey back to Generation 6. And I'm not alone. I'm joined by two fellow admins. We have former champion Alex.
Hey, yo.
I love you, Alex. I love you. I appreciate you. And we have a former D-League champion, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you won that season. Yeah, you did win that season. I don't have to question that. A former D-League champion and the current runner of D-League, Nate.
To be here, and it was the first season. Anthony will never give me that win satisfaction.
You right. You right. Fire season, killing it. Kyogre killed everything. But
I was MVP in both of those seasons.
What is it with you and Kyogre and Groudon?
We have a finals here. We have the finals of this season between Jason and the Niflheim Ninetalers, who squeaked his way in to the playoffs in the first place, and had a bit of a tough ride to get all the way up here. He had a very tough journey. You got to give him credit in that sense, for sure. Taking on Deshaun and the Bridgeport Sandacondas, and Steven and the Sligo Sandacondas as well.
Sligo.
So that's I've been pronouncing it incorrectly for
we both
months.
Were. We both.
I am only mildly disgusted with myself. It's fine. And then his opponent is Liam with his Auckland Ambipoms. Unless I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I hope it's not like Oakland or something like that.
Auckland, right? Thank
God. And his journey to these finals took him through Rennie and the Los Angeles Darkrise, and myself and the Anaheim Appletons. I would say a slightly easier trek, but no opponent is easy here in NPBF anymore. Let's be real. And now we have these two teams facing off here in this final matchup. And what an exciting matchup it is, guys. These two teams are looking really, real threatening.
Yeah, they are.
Remember saying in our preview of this, Megalopunny was looking like it completely ate Liam's team, and
I mean, it does completely eat this team
on
paper.
Absolutely. Crawdaunt does the same.
He had to stop it.
Not really anything on a defensive side.
I guess. Maybe Latias.
Latias can maybe do it if it's very defensive. Latias can maybe do it, but he also has the Crawdaunt.
Doesn't Lopunny get play rough?
Not in this gen. Does now.
Gen 8.
Okay.
Does now, unfortunately. Just something we're all going to have to deal with.
There's nothing unfortunate about that.
That's just because you want it. Deep in your soul. It hurts me that that thing has play rough now. And everything else under the sun. This Crawdaunt here. I mean, look at this lineup. If this Crawdaunt hits the field, something on this side should, in theory, die. Right? Like, that pretty much goes without saying. Like, this thing just touches the field. If it gets in for free, something over here is dead.
Oh, man. It's going to click Dragon Dance. And then, from that point, it hasn't died. It's going to consume a life.
Yeah, literally.
Every turn that it's not.
It doesn't even need coverage. It just needs like D-Dance, Aqua Jet just to cover like Scarf Darm, Crab Hammer, and Knockoff, and it runs this whole team. Togekiss is perfectly there to deal with. Like, this is the only thing that I see as like a wild card here. The Girder definitely did not see this showing up, but it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be Eevee-like Girder?
More than likely.
That might be the only thing that could stop Lopunny.
Probably.
More than likely.
But like that's why Latios is here. That's why Togekiss is here.
Nidoking can also work as kind of like almost a partial defensive sponge to like the fighting stab and cover for like poison jabs coming out on the Togekiss and such like that as well. So there's a lot of options here that Jason can deal with this thing, but it's definitely something that's like stands out as something I would not have seen coming. I did not predict seeing Girder here. So this is going to be interesting to see how that thing plays into this matchup. But this is looking really terrifying. This is obviously looking very skewed in Jason's favor. I think we kind of all looked at it like this going in. On paper, the matchup is very much in his favor, but I think it's about time we see how this one plays out, my gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's rock. Let's rock. We got it on slow, so we can really get some analysis going on here. We got the Crawdon out front.
He definitely
Smart.
Why did he
clicks.
switch?
He predicted the switch himself.
Very nice, very nice.
But that
The switch.
that was a perfect.
So Nate, are you asking? So why are you asking who switched? So why did Jason switch or why
No,
did
I'm
Liam switch?
asking why did Jason switch? Because Sableye is the perfect setup because it's mute. It's it's not a
Will-O-Wisp.
Yep, not immune to the Wisp unless he was like Lumberry or something. He wouldn't have been able to get a free setup up, and he also isn't immune to the Prankster in general because that's a late mechanic. So he would have.
Mechanic.
No, that's all I was worried about. Was the prankster.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
disregard my comment.
So swaps into Togekiss.
Smart
so that
swap.
Kiss can eat a burn and scare out Sableye. Liam predicts the Togekiss switch and brings in Piloswine.
Fantastic turn one, right there. That's amazing.
Comes back out though,
Crawdon just comes back out raw on the rocks.
and then gets the free rocks.
Oh, that crit!
And he gets
No,
the
no
defense
Dragon
drop.
Dance?
I think it might.
defense drop though.
That's a heavily
He's
offensive
scouting to
Crawdon.
see if he's choice.
I think he might be. That's looking like bandit damage.
But that was
Like
a crit. That was a crit.
against the Girder though, 28%. I don't
Oh,
know
no,
if you're
not
doing
against the
20%.
And he
Oh,
predicts Jason.
crit
He gets the
poison!
crit.
No.
That's. I was
Oh,
gonna say I'm
that's
sorry,
so
Jason,
rough.
but that might be retribution. The rematch against Anthony.
The Togekiss getting hacked is, I'm not gonna lie, it almost feels a little bit right. A little bit
I feel
acceptable.
like he should have maybe could have clicked not defog or roost.
Yeah, I think he could have roosted there against the
I think he
Chansey.
should have
If he had
roosted.
roost, he'd roost up against the Chansey all day. I think that's
Or
necessary.
I think he should have roosted on the switch.
Yeah. Gets the rocks up though before the Sableye can Mega Evolve. Very, very smart on
really
Jason's
good.
part.
The Earthquake did a good amount.
Very, very good amount. Might be more Spadef Sableye because I feel very strongly like that didn't feel like damage
What
that we
was
should
the
be
life
seeing.
force at Earthquake?
Chansey comes in here on
Alright.
the
Togekiss
Togekiss
is going
switch.
to go down to poison, right?
No,
no,
no.
Oh, because of the leftovers. Now he's got to click roost. God damn it, Jason.
You're gonna be faster than this thing. Just roost in its face.
That Togekiss isn't gonna. It's not gonna live.
That Togekiss is gone. The next time it
He should have
comes
clicked the
in.
roost.
He's sacks the
That
pile of
was a
swine.
return was the smarter move.
Nice, nice. Girder is looking very threatening.
I really think that return probably could have. No, return would have been the bad move.
I don't think he has anything to kill it with Lopunny.
No,
I think he
but
went for
you
the return to
gotta-
cover for probably the Latios switching.
Yeah,
Gets Crawdon in on the Chansey. That's gone. That's gone.
that got the.
That's removed. That is.
That's banded.
Yeah, that's a bandit Crawdon right there. I'm very confident in that statement. I have no doubts. This Darm doing what Darm does, typically.
Ooh, I feel like Darm is.
That's Orb.
No, it's not. That is Scarf.
That is Scarf. That is a speedy Darm. Oh
No, just go for Surf, Jason.
no! Maybe he doesn't
Oh,
have
that's
it.
actually a good idea.
Oh no! I got the.
What the fuck?
Are you
The
kidding
amount of crit.
me?
The amount of okay, so now the amount of crits that he's getting is bullshit.
Draco
I mean,
miss into
I mean,
crit.
Liam, you're good. You are very good, Liam. So
Wow.
it doesn't matter. It's just I would be so mad if I was Jason.
Oh, I'm furious if I'm Jason there.
And
that
he predicted
sucks.
it.
That's rough, dog.
Oh.
That's rough. He's gonna go in the
fake out on the
Sableye.
punny?
Well, no, it's
No, he went.
first.
I think he went for the fake out earlier.
But that was the right. He predicted the Sableye switch. The Sableye switch.
Pretty sure he faked out to kill the Darm, right?
He did.
Yeah, he faked out to kill the Darm.
Oh no, that sucks.
HJK took out the Sableye, missed out on the Girder. That's rough, man. Aqua Jet just barely missing out too. That's so tough.
That's unfortunate.
Oh man. Honestly though, like that's a really tough match. That was a tough match to watch in a lot of ways. Like let's just do a quick little like just for like we're gonna count this off, right? We're gonna count off the levels of nonsense that took place here.
On both sides.
Yes,
because it wasn't just Liam.
Crit Crunch. I think that one's a little bit less.
Because it was crit defense drop.
Yeah, okay. The defense drop a little bit annoying, but I think this one's a little bit more acceptable, right? Because I am very positive that, especially if this is Band-Aid, like we believe it is, I 100% am certain.
Crabhammer drops it.
Crabhammer drops it, of course, but I'm sure he's getting the 2-hit KO with the Crunch, no matter what. He's 2-hit KOing this thing every time.
Yeah.
Only upside of the crit is it does put it in range of the rocks later, but that's besides the point.
Which actually worked out for Liam because he was able to use it to his advantage.
It gave him it gave him a nice, perfect sack. Crit poison on the poison jab. That is massive. That one is so huge. Because first of all, look at how defensive that Togekiss had to be. Like, Girder's still pretty strong, despite being an NFE. Girder's still pretty strong mon. For it to only take 55 from a crit super effective poison jab, that's pretty impressive. That is a very defensive Togekiss. So I genuinely think, like, him coming in there, he could easily, like, roost off that damage in front of the Girder, not really care, and keep it pressured much more heavily, in my opinion. I think he had a much stronger position without that crit and poison. But unfortunately,
even then, I think just letting the thing get so low and not preserving it.
Yeah, I do believe that he definitely needed to get some roosts off for sure here. Like he needed to roost a bunch. And Chansey's the best mod to do it against. It's not like you can upgrade your poison to a toxic. Like you can roost in its face. You technically will always be gaining back something. So I definitely think he could have done that here. At least put himself in a stronger position. But unfortunately, he didn't go ahead and do that.
I think this is fine so far.
Yeah, this is all fine. This is all fine. Sacks the Togekiss, that's fine. It makes sense at that point. Could have been avoided, but you know, it is what it is. Crawdon in on Chansey.
Well,
this is fine.
was going to have to come in clean. Togekiss was going to have to come in on a clean switch in order to not just be sacked.
Yeah.
But again, Jason not clicking Roost or trying to preserve it, I really think that's what cost him this game.
I agree. Now, this right here, the Draco miss, that is big.
Changed everything.
Yeah, that completely swung the momentum. Like, at that point, Jason now has to basically pick whatever else he wants to sack. Because the only thing he can get out of Ditto is if it doesn't die to the first Flare Blitz, which I don't think it should. I don't think it would have. Now you have to play the speed tie game. And nobody wants to play the speed tie game in the finals. You just don't want to do it. You avoid that if you can. So the Draco miss, huge. I do think he could have gone for something like Psychic, but I think Draco was his safest play because it did cover for the potential Sableye coming in. It did cover for the potential Latios coming in. It covered for everything. Draco hit everything here, and if he's Soldew, Draco is killing. Or at least like 80%ing everything else here. So I think Draco ended up being his best play. I don't know what else on his move pool he could have clicked.
I don't know. I think I think this is one of the instances where you don't try to predict and you just try to kill what's in front of you.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, just because what you said, because of that Draco miss, like, he has to now decide what else he wants to sack off to for Darm instead of whatever. I don't think this is a time to predict. I think this is a time to just be safe.
Yeah.
Because even if, he clicks Psychic, he swaps out into, like, Sableye or Latias,
you click the Draco afterwards.
He's still going to outspeed Sableye and Latias the following turn.
True.
So it doesn't matter in that regard unless he's choiced.
True.
But I don't think he's going to be
Psychic would have been.
I think
Psychic would have been the better.
Psychic, I think Psychic or Psyshock would have been safe.
Which going a different stab, I think, was the better play. I think because of the way Liam has shown he knows how to use Darm, you can't try to predict, and you have to just go for what's right there in front of you.
If you can live a hit from Darm and kill it back against Liam, you kind of just have to kill it immediately. I do see where Jason was coming from, because it covered for everything, every option, but it's a 10% chance to miss. That's too much.
I agree. I think that's a better play to make earlier, or I think that's a better earlier game play.
Yeah. Definitely that miss, huge, because Darm gets removed here, Latios stays alive, Ditto's still at full. That's a really powerful, strong position to be in. Especially because, based upon what we've seen from the Girder, the Ditto might even wall the Girder.
Well, you got to remember that the Girder would be Eviolite.
True.
So the Ditto would be taking more damage. But
even with the Girder being Eviolite, if the Ditto comes in on Darm and copies and kills Darm, Girder's going to get deleted anyway.
True.
Yes. The big thing, realistically, is that losing Latios here means he's got nothing to wall Girder.
Yeah. You can't really threaten
Girder. I think we saw the Girder had Ice Punch, right? Or did we see Poison?
We only saw Jab and Drain Punch.
Jab and Drain Punch.
Alright, so it's possible it has Ice Punch, but it's not going to outspeed a fucking Latios. Honestly, I think this was the week where if you're bringing Psychic Stab on Latios, you don't bring Shock and you bring regular Psychic.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is probably what Jason did. I looking at Girder, Jason probably brought Psychic and not Psyshock.
Now, this is something I am calcing for right now, because I need to know. I need to know this for my own personal health and well-being, that I need to understand. It won't let me change the stats on this.
He wants to know what his count says.
Okay, got it. I got it. Okay. So, a max HP Ditto, because Ditto has base 48 HP. Max HP Ditto is transformed into Darmanitan, just if it's just standard Choice Scarf, is guaranteed to live Flare Blitz. It does 72 to 85 to the Ditto. So the Ditto should have, in theory, bar the crit, lived this hit. So,
but wouldn't... Okay.
So then it becomes a speed tie. So at that point, it's a coin flip. Unfortunately, it's a coin flip. But it's still... It presents a better scenario for Jason as well. Because then he at least gets to click the Flare Blitz, hope that he wins the speed tie, and it either deletes the Darm, Recoil probably finishes off Ditto, or it deletes something else if he tries to switch. So at least that way he has something to gain from it. But then he just gets crit anyway. So it's what am I meant to do with that? Those two turns, 18 and 19 back-to-back, that sealed the game, I think. Draco lands, or that Flare Blitz doesn't crit, much closer game and a much better scenario for Jason in the long run.
I think if Draco lands, Darm falls.
Yeah, Darm falls.
It does.
And then at that point, he still has Lottie, available. Still a decent, not a lot of health, but he still has Lottie available. He still has full health Ditto to copy whatever he wants and mess around with him that way. And he has, and he doesn't have to lock into. He doesn't have to lock. He doesn't have to fake out with Lopunny. Doesn't have to reveal the fake out on Lopunny, so he can potentially still hide it. Maybe catch the Lottie off guard or something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have. It puts him in a much better position, and I think that it's so rough that happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although Liam predicting the Ice Beam on Latios was also...
Good play. Very good play on his part.
I feel like I wouldn't have made that risk. I would have just gone right into Crawdaunt.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. The high jump kick predict on the incoming Sableye worked out really nicely. Good. That's tough, man. That's so tough. Seeing that just miss out on the KO twice, that's just icing on the cake kind of situation. It feels bad. It feels bad in both instances. I'm kind of curious. High jump kick did 52% to the girder. That's a kind of high-ish... Okay, so the girder, I think, was safe against Lopunny, because it easily max HP, based upon what I'm seeing here. Because high jump kick does 45 to 53. So, okay, that's yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
What are we getting out of Banded Crawdaunt? Because I'm 99% sure that that's Banded. I feel like...
Yeah, Banded Crawdaunt would have done more damage because it's stronger.
Yeah.
It would have killed it.
There's no way... I mean, the way the Crawdaunt deleted Chansey, though.
Yeah. Still with Evilite and everything, yeah. Okay, Bandit Crunch doing 28 earlier, that sounds about right for... Yeah, so there was a roll in which Crawdaunt killed with the Aqua Jet there. There was a small roll, because but there was still a chance, because it does 27 to 33. So there was rolls in place where Crawdaunt does get that kill. But realistically, I don't think he even ends up in that situation. Yeah, at all. I think that's so rough. That's such a rough way to lose. Turn 18 and 19 really completely
changed it.
Yeah. Liam played well, absolutely. I don't want to take anything away from Liam. Huge congratulations. Really well. And he got here, playing incredibly well all season. And then getting a team that was just... His incredible play, plus the team that he had, became almost a flawless combination.
Yes, 110%. I just think on paper this was Jason's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And up until... that big miss... Up until that big miss on turn 18, it very much felt like it was in Jason's hands. Even after the crit poison on the Togekiss, which could have been fixed in the long run, even after that, I think it was still in his favor. I think he still had a very strong position in the game. So it's unfortunate to see the game go that way. But, Pokemon, it is what it is.
Oh yeah.
We've all been there. We've all had these situations happen to us. So, massive congratulations to both coaches for making it this far. Huge congratulations to Liam for pulling out the dub. He is our season 15 champion after going undefeated in the regular season and making it to playoffs and getting knocked out early. This was his redemption arc, so good for him. Very awesome. Definitely well-deserved in the long run. He got here on his own merits, obviously. Yeah. So kudos to him. Very big stuff. Jason will bounce back, obviously. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do next season. Speaking of next season, on tomorrow's video, you're going to hear all about that. We got next season, when we say we're going balls to the walls, we are going absolutely bonkers with next season. Y'all are not ready. It's going to be crazy. Y'all are going to be seeing some nonsense take place. But that's for that video. For this one, we have our champion. And this brings our season to a close. Gen 6 was a great time for a lot of us. This is a fresh time for some other of us.
Yeah.
And overall, I think it was received very well, and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. And that's all that we can ask for at the end of the day. So, I think I just need to say thank you to everyone who's watched these videos, gave us feedback on these videos, hyped us up, and made this season one of our best ones yet. This is one of the first times we've ever had a complete season on record like this. And it's because of y'all giving us that motivation to keep doing these. So thank you to every single one of you for giving us a fantastic season, and look forward to everything that's going down for Season 16. So Nate, Alex, I think it's time to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys in Season 16. Peace.